today I'm going to be setting up my health and wellness journal for the month of February. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And yes, today I am going to be setting up my health and wellness journal, which is this just about A5 size dot grid and notebook. This is where I summarize all of my health and wellness stuff for the entire month. You'll see how I do that as I actually set it up for the month. But I use this in combination with my Passion Planner Daily. This is where I track all things fitness and wellness related on a daily basis. However, I just learned that I love having everything in depth, but sometimes I need to have things in a format where I can compare things and see trends, and that is where this helps me. So that is how I use both of them. I will say I did film a video earlier this month where I went over how I use both of these, primarily this one. I share with you what I write in here, and I took you kind of on that journey throughout a few days of the week. So definitely check out that video if you're more curious about how I use these planners and the types of things I track. I will have that video linked down in the description box. But today we're primarily going to be working in this planner, maybe exclusively this notebook, sorry. But I did want to keep the planner near me because there are a few blank pages in the back of this that I might want to use. We'll see. So I am just using this, like I said, it's a little bit smaller than an A5, but it's a dot grid notebook. I like that it's flexible and things like that. And yeah, so far so good. So I am filming this with about a week left in January. So I haven't really filled out everything so far in January. Here is my workout log. I haven't been the greatest. I mean, that looks pretty good, but for the new year, usually people are on it, and there wouldn't be that many blank spaces. But this is where everything is thus far. I do have some doctor notes in there, so that's why I have that kind of folded off. But so far, I'm liking the types of things I'm tracking. I think I'm going to be changing up a few things, primarily because I got this sticker book from Amy with Amy Plans Things. This is the book of creative trackers for her Sweetheart Soda Shop. Tongue twisted here. And there are some really fun tracking pages that I think could be very beneficial for me, and it could make tracking some things a little bit easier. So that's why I said I might change up how I did things last month with this month, mainly because I'll be introducing these, which, by the way, I am on the creative team for Amy Plans Things. So anything you see here, you can pick up using discount code AGWP10 to save yourself 10%. I do believe these are currently out of stock. I know the stickers are going to be restocked. This is not, but they are available as printables. So if you have the ability to print anything at home, I highly recommend it because it's very, very economical. And on some of these things, you might want to print more than once. So with that out the way, I am still going to kind of set up things a little bit similar as far as what comes first. Because this journal doesn't have tons of pages, and I would love to be able to use this entire journal for the year, I combine my title page, which will be the month, with my goals page. So that is what we're going to do here. Then I'm going to do probably my tracker pages here. And when I say tracker, I like to do symptom trackers. I have something in here that I think will work for that. And then I also need to track some of my stats. I want to see them like on a comparison level from day to day. So what I tracked this month, I tracked stress score, muscle soreness. I have not been good about doing that. I do record that in here, so I need to transfer that over, but I still haven't been great about tracking that in here, but that still might be something that I do track. And then my sleep efficiency. So stress score and sleep efficiency are things that I'm getting through my RingCon app, through my fitness ring. So I am still going to track that. This I might not fill in what I'm going to track until I experience my first symptom. And then I think that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of what I did this month. That's why this one is still blank. It's a good thing it's blank. So yeah, that's, I think, how I'm going to do it, at least initially, and then we'll kind of go from there. So title page, January. So let's actually look here. I also have some blooms from Martinez Sticker Company that I thought the colors went really well with this. So I might actually use this as a supplement. I also have a discount code for Martinez Sticker Company. It's AGWP15. And these stickers are available as printables and tangibles as well. So there's a whole bunch of them. This is from last year's Valentine release. And then I have a few of these pictures that I got from Creative Fabrica that I'm going to use. Probably more of the red ones. Even though this one is like really, really cool, I'll probably use this in my fitness journal just because of the color palette. I want to use the reds and the pinks. So kind of sneak those in to give it kind of like a little humor / like fitness diet kind of related. All right, so that was in here, so I wanted to mention that. So I have this for February goals. I may need a little bit more room. I think I can use this as the title. There are also some weekly pages. Now, I do have the printable version of this as well, so I'm not concerned about cutting things up because I can always reprint other ones. This might work better for goals. It's a little bit more room. I know it has the days of the week, but you can easily change it. Or I could draw my own. That is also an option. This actually will work really well for goals too. I kind of like this. So what you're going to see me do on this page is stick these sticker sheets down on the page. I did put them a little bit lower on the page because I wanted to save room at the top for that February goals header that I'm going to cut off that other sheet of paper that's in this sticker book. So that is the reason why I did move it down a little bit. So I will cut off all of the excess area in a moment. And then what you will see is me add a lot of stickers around the perimeters of the page to make it look a little seamless, to kind of hide all of the parts where I pieced together the title that says February goals with these two pages. And then you will see me add some washi to hide the days of the week. And then I will add some label boxes, which are going to be the labels that I'm going to do for my goal categories. So I'm going to let you kind of watch me set this up, and then I will pop back in to go over my goals. All right, guys, here we go. So these are goals, but they're more of like action steps for the month because my overall goal is, you know, to increase my health, become more healthy is the goal. But this is how I'm going to achieve that. It doesn't matter what it's titled. We get it, right? So I kind of labeled these in ways that kind of make sense to me. Because I had labels, I wanted to label them. So for overall fitness, I want to do some sort of movement, intentional movement. So cleaning the house does not count, even though I might get my heart rate up and I might close all my rings. I don't think I want to count that. I think I want something that is intentional for fitness. So movement or a workout. And I want to do that 6+ times a week. Now that's a lot, especially when you looked at my workout log. And it was very sporadic. I never did 6 times any of these weeks, but I'm still going to keep that as what I want to do, because this is something that's really important to me, that I just don't want to like lower it to meet where I am now. I just want to keep striving for that. If I don't meet it, I'm not going to beat myself up. It will still be a reoccurring kind of action step month after month. Now, when it comes to the types of workouts I want to do, what has worked well for me this week, because prior to this week, it's just been too much and I've had like sore joints and stuff like that. But I want to alternate between strength and flow workouts. So one day I want to do a strength workout, like lower body strength, and then I want to do a flow workout that might be lower body flow. They do work different muscle groups, so that should be fine. And then I'll do like another upper body strength and then upper body flow. And then I might do a cardio workout then, and then kind of maybe do another flow after that. That's kind of my thought process. Alternating has worked great. 1 week. It's worked great this 1 week. But I have high hopes for that. So we're going to keep on going into the month of February, kind of along that path until my sore knees are not so sore anymore. So for stretch and recovery, I want to continue. I want to stretch morning and at bedtime. So when I wake up in the morning and at bedtime, for some reason, I have problems adding that to my routine. I don't know why. I need to use heat pad and ice on my shoulders. Still haven't done that. I do the heat pad. But the ice, yeah, no. I need to track my symptoms. My medication changed, so I need to be very, very kind of aware. So I need to track my symptoms and just track my overall health stats a little bit more in depth. So I need to just kind of be on point when it comes to things like energy, which I've kind of been slacking with tracking that. I want to track that more frequently and things like that, because that is something that I need to record just to see if there's any difference from my medication. Nutrition, I want to do 3 whole meals daily. I put that on there because I sometimes have snacks as a meal and I don't want to do that. So I want to decrease my dairy intake and I want to be gluten-free. The gluten-free is almost not an option. I mean, it's almost a requirement for me, because I do have a sensitivity to gluten. So, and then I want to meal plan, meal prep, and track. And then for mind and mental wellness, I want to journal several times a week, kind of 3 times or more. It's kind of where I'm aiming at with that several times a week. I would love to do it daily, but I have a lot of journals. So I feel like while I'm not journaling about this is how I'm feeling and things like that, I am being creative. Like this was a creative process for me. So to me, that kind of counts as well. But when I talk about this 3+ times, I'm talking about actually writing more for mental wellness. So journaling in my journal. And relaxation, I put meditate. All right, so you see how I set that up there. So that's my cover page / goals page, because I just don't have very many pages. So when I was going through this to create the goals page, I did pull out some of the things that I was thinking about using. Now, the calendar. At first, I was thinking about potentially using this for my hold up. It's just easier to show you. Use this over here. See, these spaces are way too small to write 2-digit numbers. You can't even see those. So this is my stress score, and it's 0 to 100 is your score. And then my sleep efficiency is also a percentage between 0 and 100. So they're just larger numbers, and I'm having a hard time fitting in like those little squares. So I could do that here. I'm not sure about that one. Yeah. I was thinking I could use this as well because you have the 28 days. So I could use this. I do need to cut this down. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down really quick. I have a feeling these calendars are going to be things that I'm going to be printing on a lot of things. I already set up my social media bullet journal before I got this, and I would have used this calendar. So I could put that here as my symptom tracker. And not my symptom tracker, my stats tracker. And then I could use this for another one. I think this would work. I'm going to have to trim this down. This is a little too big. Like I said, this is not quite an A5. And now if I did the printable version, I could have resized this. I could have just printed it like at like 90% or something like that, and it probably would fit a little bit better in this particular notebook. But why am I going to do that when I have yet to use the actual paper copy? Okay, I think that works. I'm going to have to put a label on one of these to say what this is so I remember. Because you'll be surprised at what I will forget in a week's time. All right, and then where's my pen? How do I keep losing my pen? Do I keep putting it up? What happens? I don't know. Does that ever happen to you guys when you're planning? Oh my gosh, I just lost my scissors. We'll just use this one. I don't know. You guys are probably seeing it on my desk. So this is going to be my sleep score. And this is my sleep efficiency. Okay. I'll say efficient. So I know it's not effectiveness, it's efficiency. And then down here, what did I say this was going to be? My stress score. I was like, wait a minute, what did I say this was going to be? Okie dokie. And then all right, so when it comes here, there's a couple of things I'm going to add from the get-go. Like I said, everything else I'm going to add later. I'm not going to put migraine in here if I don't have one next week. So next month. So I'll add migraine for the first day I need to track it. So there might not be a migraine one if I have no migraines next month. Fingers crossed. But I do want to say neck and shoulder pain above a 7 or above. Okay, that's the one thing I can think of right now. I can't think of anything else. We're going to continue on. So this month I had a medication tracker. I don't think I need all of my medication here. What I think I'm actually going to do is I think I'm going to jot down my medications here for like the start of the year, and then I'll note any changes, but I'm going to note changes here as well. So I'm going to do one page that I'm just probably going to draw a box on, or do I want to use one of these just to make it cute? Maybe I'll just use one of these just to make it cute because it actually will work pretty well. Y'all are probably annoyed that I keep going in here. I know. I like these, but we're gonna do this one. All right. Now this page, I think I'm gonna leave blank for notes. And then these pages is where I'm also gonna kind of leave blank for notes. This is gonna be for nutrition and workout, and this is just for everything else. So I don't really know that I need a whole, I got an idea. This I'm gonna leave blank for like notes. Over here, I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna draw a box because I kind of need to here. So So we're gonna think I'm gonna split the page. Maybe here, maybe here. I could count the dots, but what fun would that be? Definitely did not split that, I don't think. All right, and then I think I'm gonna do this. The only thing is, the only reason why I hesitate to do this is because I'm not gonna row 50 miles this month. I don't think so. I kind of do like 5 to 7 miles is what I row. Maybe like a week is where I'm at on my rower. I would like to probably do it twice a week because I really enjoy rowing. So then I might. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna try it for this month. We're just gonna try it. This is gonna be my cardio motivator. Rowing is a full body workout. It does not hurt my knees. I do have a spin bike too. That's the only thing. I wonder if I could just, see, I don't know how many miles I do on my spin bike. I don't have any type of, oh, no, I did not just do that. I thought I was like, I guess, I don't know what I was looking at, guys. We're going to have to piece that back together. That's why Tracy talking and doing this does not mix. Oh boy. It's fine. It's fine. It has to be fine, right? It's going to come apart as soon as I lift it, probably. You know what time it is? Time to decorate. So I'm going to decorate, and then we'll come back at the end to wrap everything up. All right, guys, let's take a quick look here. As a reminder, most of the paper that I got from here that I just slapped right on these pages came from the Sweetheart Soda Shop Book of Creative Trackers from Amy Plans Things. This is sold out and it will not be restocked, but you can get the printable version. I will have it linked down in my description box. And then I did pull some stickers from the Sweetheart Soda Shop. This is going to be restocked. It is currently sold out, at least as of the filming of this video, but there is plans to restock it, but you can also get the printable version of this as well. And then I did use a few bloom stickers from Martinez Sticker Company. I used some washi. I used some things from Creative Fabrica. I will have my affiliate codes and discount links down in the description box to save you a little money. But this was my February goals page. We did that together. Then we have my symptoms page. I'm fine if I only get 4 filled in. It's fine. The point is not to fill this in. Only fill it in when I have symptoms. So if I don't have any, that is a-okay. Then this is going to be my trackers page. So this is actually the same amount of space that I used last month. So, or the current month, January, this is how I filled it in. So a lot bigger trackers, but I'm still tracking the same thing. I tracked 3 things here. I'm tracking 3 things here. I'm tracking a lot more here though. So this is actually something that you might see in the future. And then I still want to keep track of my medication. So my thyroid medication is changing, so I will note that. Other types of medication, it could be blank because I'm not sure that any of that will change. Vitamins, I will note here if I change any brand of vitamins from January to now, or dosages or anything like that. And then over the counter, if I take a migraine medication or something, I'll note that here. This is for notes, primarily notes for symptoms, medication, and stuff like that. This is where I write the notes for nutrition and workouts. What I mean by that is if I start a meal plan, a specific type of meal plan that I am following, whether it be like the autoimmune protocol, Whole30 or something like that, I might just say week 1, Whole30, and then note symptoms. That's it. This is more than enough space because it's literally going to be 1 line, 2 lines. Same thing for workout notes. If I'm following a workout program, I will say week 1, started this from the Peloton programs or something like that. So I'll note that. And then this, I'm going to try to keep track of my rowing miles. I'm probably not going to get anywhere near 50, but we will see. It's a tracker that I just figured, let's see if it pushes me and encourages me. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this setup video. I hope it maybe gave you some ideas, whether or not you want to go the route I did with using these sticker sheets and things like that, or whether it just gave you ideas about things to track and maybe even how to track them. Of course, you can hand draw habit trackers and things like that, because I did some of that last month too. But yeah, just hopefully it gave you some ideas and you can get an idea of what I track, which also gave you some ideas of what you may want to track. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you will give it a thumbs up. And if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. That is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening or night. Until next time, bye.